Hi everyone, it is with so much gratitude that I come to you on this video today. Um, it's Sunday, so I guess I'll call this a Sunday share, and you can see that I am was not thinking about being on video, but inspiration just hit, so I'm going with it. So today's one of the lessons on Course in Miracles. I don't even have my book with me. I'm so unprepared. I don't know what lesson it is. It's one of the review lessons, and the second part of the review lesson is my happiness and my function are one. How awesome is that, right? Because our happiness and our function are one. Everything that comes from God is one, because God is oneness. So everything that we get from God, including the function of practicing forgiveness. And so how is forgiveness and happiness linked? How are they one? Well, when we're really holding a grievance or judgment or any attack thought, even if it's an attachment to outcome, any attack thought, anything that is not of spirit of God, is really saying this needs to be different, right? The way that my world is appearing before my eyes, the setup that I have made, needs to be different. And forgiveness is really, at the core, saying nothing needs to be different. I don't need to have something change that happened in the past in order for me to be happy. I don't need for somebody else in this present moment to do something different for me to be happy. And I don't need something to happen in the future different than what it's going to happen for me to be happy. Happiness is acceptance, it's forgiveness. We're forgiving what we see. We're forgiving anything that we see that we think should be different, right? I mean, that's what forgiveness really is, because you wouldn't need to forgive something if you didn't have a problem with it. Or you wouldn't need, whether it's against yourself or somebody else. I mean, if we're thinking that we need to forgive something that somebody else did to us, besides the fact that they didn't really do anything to you as spirit, to your true self, you can just even lay that part of it aside and just look at it as that saying that that needed to be different, that they shouldn't have done that shouldn't have happened, that I shouldn't have done that. And there's just no way that we can be completely clear to move from that place of pure guidance and presence if we are having those kinds of thoughts in our mind. And or if we're holding on to them, more importantly, because they come up, right? But it's how soon we're going to give them away. And it is in the smallest ways. And I know that for me, a lot of the times the ego talk in my head is about, it's got to be big. You'll know that you're healed when you're able to do this big thing, make this big impact, and make this big impact for other people. And really, what's that about, right? I mean, I guess that's just for adoration. The goal of that is adoration. The goal of that is to have people tell me how healed I am. So I would say that's probably the definition of an unhealed healer, right? So if I don't need adoration, if that is not my goal, And if my goal is only to be truly helpful, then that means I'm cleaning up my own side of the street. I'm working with my own mind. I'm finding a spot for the new Dutch oven I just bought that part of me just wants to, say, no, I asked, for some reason it's my husband's responsibility to find room for the spot. Maybe I assigned it to him and maybe he passively agreed to do it. So every time I pass by that pot and it hasn't been taken care of, that's a grievance. And the only reason I set it up as his job was so that I could hold it against him. So the moment when I walk by and I think, you know what? I can do this. I can find a spot for this. Maybe I don't want to clean the whole kitchen, which is of course what I wanted him to do, but I can take the 30 seconds, and it's not even a conscious thought. It's really not stopping that thought. Because I can tell you earlier today, when this very situation happened, it wasn't that I had this guidance, go in the kitchen and put away that pot. It was that I was walking through the kitchen. I felt the impulse to go to that counter, go to that cabinet, clear out a space and put that in there, and I didn't block it. And all the other times I had walked through the kitchen before that, the thought would come in that, the first thought I would have is just, ugh, Mark, my husband didn't do it. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. Blah, blah, blah. Poor me, poor me. I have a husband that will put a pot away for me. So, yeah, I think I've probably gotten off track, but not really. So my forgiveness and my happiness are one. Accepting, not waiting for somebody else to make you happy. Not putting them that job, because the only reason our ego has us project that job out to other people is that it hangs around. Because as long as we're looking for somebody else for our happiness in any way, shape, or form, there's always going to be grievance. And that guarantees the ego's survival. And that's just so not what I want. So I hope this video touches you in some way. And I really appreciated it. If you feel inspired to let me know. I just talked about adoration. I don't want to be like, oh, I need your adoration, or I need your affirmation that you got something from this video. So, but I do love knowing that something helped somebody. So thank you very much, and have a good rest of your day.